Like it or not, my friends, the holiday season for this year is actually somehow creeping close. Like, I know Tears of the Kingdom is very soon, and that is all the rage. But at some point, we got to discuss the future, and that point is today. So good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Hope you're all doing great. Had a nice weekend, are ready to kick it into gear for a new week. If your week is starting off bad, have a cookie. The best panacea I can think of. Anyhow, what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hit that like button if you enjoy the show, and you're ready for Zelda. I'm ready. Is it May 12th? It's May 1 and then May 2. If we fuse the days together, can Nintendo launch the game? No, they can't, but they will be launching the Lara Croft collection later this year. Or I guess, technically, Square Enix will be doing so. We've heard rumors of Tomb Raider coming to Switch, and the hope was that we would get the trilogy of the new Tomb Raider games. Like Tomb Raider Big Edition. Like it's on Xbox and PlayStation, but it looks like we're getting the Lara Croft games instead, which is Guardian of Light and Temple of Osiris. Now, before you poo-poo this segment of the video, just know that those games are incredible. Those games are amazing, and they're some of the best cooperative games you can play on a console. So this is still a very nice addition for Nintendo Switch. I think it's just not as interesting as getting Tomb Raider. So this listing popped up, I guess, a long time ago. Back in 2021, there was sort of an announcement, but now we have an ESRB rating, and so it's coming in 2023, and you'll be able to play these two co-op games hopefully very soon. This seems like something that will get mentioned at like a direct or a I can't even partner. If you haven't seen the Mario movie, well, you have more time because it seems like Nintendo has decided they're going to delay the home video release and the streaming release, which can you blame them? They made a billy. But another movie could be just as awesome, and that would be a Metroid movie. And we have a nice little anecdote from Neil Blomkamp, who is the director of District 9 and the upcoming Gran Turismo movie, and he said that he would love to make a Metroid movie for Nintendo. It was a brief little Twitter exchange, but you can see here, Neil is like, I would don the... Well, he wouldn't wear the visor, he'd get somebody else, but I think Metroid, like, if they did it in Mario CG, that would be cool, but I think based on, Neil here, he would probably want to do like a live action hybrid with like, CG Ridley, but then an actual woman playing the role of Samus. I don't know that Nintendo is ready or ever will be ready to do another live action. I feel like that bit them in the butt very hard, and despite some strange, like, misremembering, rewriting history nostalgia for that earlier film, the CG illumination route worked out way better. But I'd love to see other franchises besides just Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Wario, like all of them get involved. I know that we talk about like, oh, hey, a Luigi's Mansion movie, but a Zelda movie, a Metroid movie, I think would really be incredible. I don't know if that's something you sign like a deal with Netflix, because I don't know if there is a wide enough theater audience, but at the same time, if Nintendo's advertising it from the makers of the Mario movie, I think you could sell any of these, even Metroid, which is typically a lower performer than, say, Zelda or Mario. I think they could do it. I think they should do it, and Neil directing would be pretty wild. All right, what's also wild is the holiday season is somehow only 5 months away. 5-6 months away, I guess, if you're going to count October or November. We're 4 months into the year. Like, it's May. Zelda's going to be here, and then it's a big blank. And I know we've talked a lot about the big blank and what that means. Is Nintendo going to drop a new console? Is Nintendo going to just poop out remasters? But I can promise you one thing. Nintendo will have a substantial game in November. They always do. It's very important for them. And they use the holiday season to catapult a title to the forefront of store shelves, to the forefront of commercials, and to the forefront of your wallets. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is a great evergreen title. It will sell well beyond the Christmas season, but that doesn't count. I promise you, there are shareholders and so many people that Nintendo has to talk to, respond to, and kind of owes it to present and provide a big holiday game to rake in big holiday cash. You have last year's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which sold like 20 or 30 million copies right away. That sets the bar insanely high, and while they may not be able to match that, you better believe they will try. They will have something, and it won't be Jody, rerun the Tears of the Kingdom commercial. Okay, this is not Better Call Saul. We have people who know what they're doing, and they want to make a lot of money the right way. The right way to me falls into one of two venues, the Metroid way and the Mario way. Metroid Prime 4 is a candidate because it has been sort of I saw an article calling it the redheaded stepchild, which I think is pretty rude. So I'm going to instead call it the game that never was. Because all we had was a title screen, and then they announced they restarted development, and we've never seen anything since. But they have prepped the waters insanely well with the release of Metroid Dread and with the release of Metroid Prime Remastered. Do you know that Metroid Prime Remastered is the highest reviewed game of the year on Metacritic? Yeah, so the waters have been prepped, okay? The bath is warm and toasty, and it's not going to burn you. It's just going to feel great. It's going to relax the muscles, and it's going to release maybe this holiday season. I know we've seen nothing of it yet, but there's two scenarios where this could work out. A nice June summertime direct where they're like, huzzah, our big game is here, because they couldn't announce it earlier. Otherwise, it sabotages Metroid Prime Remastered. They have to separate those, not by too much, because the whole point of launching Metroid Prime Remastered this year is it's closer to Metroid Prime 4, but they have to separate them some so you don't have market confusion and you don't have buyer remorse like, I guess I'll just hold out for the new one. They want you to pop the wallet for Metroid Prime Remastered and pop it again for Metroid Prime 4. And I think the insane review scores, the feedback, and the reception of that game rolls out the red carpet for Metroid Prime 4. So they could debut it in the summer and say, hey, it's our holiday game. They also could have a new console, and what better showpiece for 4K DLSS type technology than Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime Remastered is still gorgeous to this day, and Metroid Prime 4 would up the ante, in theory, significantly. I think maybe more than anything, Metroid Prime 4 is the best showpiece to say, like, we may not be able to go toe-to-toe with Sony and Microsoft, but we sure gonna go ankle to ankle. We're in the ballpark, and Metroid Prime 4 would prove that. And I think Metroid Prime 4, after the success of Dread and Remastered, would serve as a nice holiday game. In many ways, it would be an off year because it's not Smash Brothers, it's not Pokemon, it's not Mario, it's not Mario Kart, it's not Animal Crossing, but it's Metroid Prime 4, which has a lot of clout, weight, and waiting behind it in order to deem it valuable, worthwhile, and ready for a holiday release. The other side of the coin is that Metroid will never be, most likely, the huge seller that Mario or Zelda or Animal Crossing are. In that case, you have a 3D Mario. And you launch the 3D Mario for two main reasons again. Number one, it's been so long. Mario Odyssey was the holiday release when the Switch came out. Can you remember when that was? Ancient times. 2017. Forever ago at this point, okay? Eons ago. We're already getting a new Zelda. It sure is time for a new Mario, and I don't think this Mario is going to be making things because they have a whole separate title for that. So by all accounts, this will be Mario with more levels, and I know they did Bowser's Fury, but a team is definitely working on 3D Mario, or I guess 2D Mario, but for the purpose of this discussion, 3D Mario, and that serves as an excellent holiday title. It's been used in that way before. Mario's all the rage. You'll have people buying the Blu-ray for their kids, or I don't know, buying it on Vudu or Roku. Where do you buy movies these days? I don't know. Some way of having it. It's going to be on Peacock streaming, so maybe you get a Peacock subscription. I don't know. Whatever they do, the Mario movie will still have clout going into the holiday fall season, and it's one of the biggest things. And so not having a Mario game this year to back that up is downright silly. I know they have lots of other Mario games that they can attach it to, and they did sort of do that with their odd Mario bundle where you got to pick like Mario Kart or you could pick Mario Odyssey. Kind of a neat deal, but at the same time, nothing new. A brand new Mario is overdue. A brand new Mario would be amazing, and after a $1 billion movie that at that point will be even higher, you are ready to have Mega Mario. And I know we have Mario Kart DLC, but we haven't had a massive Mario title realistically since Mario Odyssey. Smash Brothers in some ways leverages Mario, but nowhere near. And I know there's been Paper Mario, and I know there's been Mario Sports, but you know it's not the same. The other reason is a new piece of hardware would be amazing to launch alongside Mario, as it would be a great way to get players to want to make the upgrade. I don't believe there's a scenario where the new Switch will have an exclusive right off the bat. Like, I don't think Mario Odyssey 2, or whatever they end up calling it, would be exclusive to the new platform. But I sure think it would run better. I sure think it would look better. And just the idea, just like the messaging of saying, you've loved Mario since he was 8 bits. And now he's 4K. That's a powerful movement for a lot of Nintendo nostalgic fans. That's a really powerful statement for parents. It's a really powerful statement for kids. Like, getting Mario for the first time ever in 4K, that's a move. And yeah, you can launch that at any time, but as the justification for why upgrade to this new system. Well, there's a new Mario game and it's going to look better than ever and run and play and perform better than ever. And the lights coming out of King Koopa's fiery mane, I don't know why his light's on, but I don't know. Maybe Kamek installed a spotlight. I don't know. My logic makes little sense, but what does make sense is putting out Mario with a new console. That's very, very appropriate. And if last time they launched with Zelda, maybe this time they launch with Mario, I think it's time to give him some shine. He carried you to box office stardom, and he helped build an insanely awesome theme park that is now successful on 2 different sides of the globe. Mario needs his due. Whether that's 2D or 3D, I believe it would be 3D. The 2D series should come back. I just don't know what state it's in or where it's at or what they will do. Releasing new Super Mario Bros. Switch doesn't cut it. They've already re-released the Wii U version, and I don't know that carries as much great holiday weight as a 3D Mario. There's plenty of other games that could come out the second half of the year, whether there's a new Switch or not. Donkey Kong has been rumored forever. Supposedly another Fire Emblem game on the horizon. We've heard about F-Zero and Paper Mario remasters. But I truly believe, and you feel free to challenge me, but I truly believe that it's Metroid Prime 4 or new Big Mario for this holiday season. And even though neither of them are announced, once the Zelda giant Ganondorf-sized elephant is out of the room, they're going to have to start talking. Pikmin 4 is going to be amazing, revelatory even, but it can't carry the entire second half of the year. And November is so important to Nintendo, especially after a year where they pumped millions of Pokemon into people's homes and made shareholders so happy. They're going to have something big. Are you Team Mario, November 2023, or are you Team Metroid, November 2023? Let me know your vote in the comments down below. I think it's a pretty split decision. If I had to pick right now, I would absolutely 100 million trillion % have to go with and pick